Good morning. Thanks for having me on the show.
You're welcome, man. You ready to go?
I'm ready to go, buddy. Sorry,
right.
I'm a little late. The other guy was running a little.
No, you're
late,
fine.
A little technical difficulty.
You were a minute late, Bill.
Yeah. Well, when I dialed, I was still on time, but by the time I got through,
It's all good. Bill Leverty is on the line with me right now. You've heard a little bit of a chat there. You're one of the only musicians I've ever had that's apologized for being a minute late.
Well, you know what? Just like Spinal Tap, we take pride in our punctuality.
Well, Bill,
you get that reference.
Yeah, no, God, I'm trying to think of the last time I saw Spinal Tap. When's the last time you saw Spinal Tap?
Oh, man, it's been a while, but gosh, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I think they got version 2 coming out here pretty soon.
We were talking today, just another kind of big name movie, Goodfellas, and I told my boss, I'm like, I don't know if I've ever seen Goodfellas sober. It's one of those ones, so I don't know. Bill Leverty from FireHouse on the line as we completely stumble into this interview. You guys are coming to Jefferson, Wild Rose Casino this week and got a free show. Starts about 7 this Saturday. What do we get when we get a FireHouse show? Tell me, Bill.
It's a good time. That's what we're having a good
That's
time.
Good.
And it's the thing is we play our love songs. We got Love of a Lifetime. We got When I Look Into Your Eyes. We got I Live My Life for You, which are all good slow dance songs. So you can grab your sweetheart and let her know you love her. Let him know you love him. And but we also rock out. You know, we got Shake and Tumble and Reach for the Sky and All She Wrote. Don't Treat Me Bad, and then the rockin' tunes. But the cool thing that we've noticed over the 33 years of doing this is that when we were doing it, when we first started out, we saw, the kids our age out there rocking out. Then those kids grew up and had kids. So we saw the parents and we saw their kids. And now we're seeing 3 generations of people out there, the grandparents, the parents, and the kids out there. And everybody's getting into it, having a good time. So it's a family fun time. If you come to the show, I guarantee you walk away going, you know what, that was fun. We had a good time.
You know, you brought up the love song stuff. Was it, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but was it weird when your love song started being so popular for like weddings and stuff? Was it like, okay, this is interesting. This may not have been where we thought this was going. Was it like that, or was it just awesome? This is cool.
It was awesome. It was cool. We had no idea that it would become so many people's song. That one was the number 1 song in Bridal Magazine, which I'd never heard of Bridal Magazine before. But everybody, we have a lot of people that come up to us and say, we got married to that song. And I even had a guy who was a biker dude, big guy, come charging at me with this look on his face. I thought he was gonna punch me.
Yeah.
And he said, I just want to let you know, Love of a Lifetime is me and my old lady's song. And I was like, oh, thank you. Because I thought you were going to crush me.
I know exactly that feeling, though. Bikers are some of the best people on the planet until they start running at you and you're not quite sure what they're going to do.
Oh, it was so cool. I mean, I never forget it. And but we didn't know. But when we wrote the song, we felt like, hey, this is a cool. Everybody in our band likes a lot of different stuff in the rock umbrella, and the rock umbrella is pretty big umbrella. So FireHouse, when we play, you'll hear us do some funk, you'll hear us do some southern kind of stuff, some boogie woogie, some blues, rock and roll, some straight ahead rock and roll. So we like it all, and the band affords everybody the opportunity to play it. So it's good.
Bill Leverty from FireHouse on the line. Show in Jefferson over at the Wild Rose Casino this weekend. Free show for that. Bill, let me ask you this. I mean, you guys have been around since the 90s. How has a show for FireHouse evolved?
I could tell you one thing.
It's a very broad question, I know, and I didn't word it very well.
Well, I think it's a great question. I can tell you one thing that has remained the same is our lead singer's voice. He can still hit all the notes he could hit in his 20s, and it makes us so that we still sound like the record.
That's good.
So that's one of the things that's really stayed the same. Some of the things with the live show that have evolved is I think that we've become a little bit more relaxed, I think, and a little bit more able to enjoy it ourselves more, whereas before we were so nervous and we were so, having to do having to do it a certain way.
Yeah.
And now it's more loose and it's more fun and it's more enjoyable, and we appreciate it more. I think is really, and especially after the pandemic, where we were locked down for a year and a half, we really appreciate it now. we really have so much fun up there now, and I think it's contagious. I think the audience gets that vibe.
Bill, with the free show coming up, I mean, there's obviously always something going on with the band. What do you guys got coming up next? Like, what's the big next thing for FireHouse?
Well, we're playing 55 to 60 shows a year, and so that's kind of the main thing.
Okay.
We put out 11 albums. Our latest record, we have an album called Full Circle, which is a re-recording of our biggest songs and our fan favorites, because the songs kind of evolved, and we wanted to re-record them to what they sound like now.
Cool.
And we recorded an album called Primetime. Both of those albums will be available in CD format at our merch booth, or whether we sell T-shirts,
Yeah.
And so we got that. I've put out 5 solo albums, and I put out a recent song called Hey Mama. You can get onto my website, Leverty.com.
Cool.
And but after our Wild Rose Casino and Resort run there in Iowa this week, we'll head to Terre Haute, Indiana, and then we're in Beaver Dam, Kentucky, and then we're in Wyoming, and then Wisconsin, and then North Dakota, Ohio, Las Vegas later on, and we just keep going, man. We're just really loving playing and having the opportunity to get out and share our music with the fans.
Bill, what are you doing to keep your sanity? I mean, you're working all the time. What are you doing for fun?
It's really not like work. I play guitar. I come to my studio, and I play. I don't practice. And that's the cool thing about this music industry, is that it's exactly what I want to do. And, after dinner, my wife and I will watch a little TV, and then she'll want to watch what she wants to watch, and I'll go down and I'll play. And I don't have any set practice regimen or anything.
Yeah.
I just play. And if I play something that I like, I record it real quickly. And then come back the next day and I'll listen to what I was doing the day before, and I'll go, hey, that's something I can work on a little more, and it's not really work, because I love what I'm doing. So I'd say guitar is what keeps me sane.
I got you. What's your guitar choice right now?
I play a CR Allsip guitar. It's a mom and pop custom shop kind of guitar maker out of Atlanta.
Oh, really?
And they make world-class instruments, and they made one for they made them for a bunch of people, but the guy who's probably the biggest name with the company is Frank Hannon from Tesla.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
And what's it called again? We'll give him a shameless plug.
It's CR Allsip, ALSIP. So it's crallsipguitars.com. They make great guitars.
All right. We'll put that up on the website as well.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You know what? I got to ask, what show do you and your wife watch?
Oh, what do we watch?
Yeah. I got to ask.
We're on a Curb Your Enthusiasm revisit right now, because we watched them as they came out, and then we were like, yeah, let's watch an episode of this again. Because even though you've seen them once,
yeah,
they crack you up again the second time. You see things you didn't see the first time.
We do the same thing. We just we did a Marvel rewatch at one point, my wife.
Oh,
and I.
Cool.
Yeah, we just were like, you know what? We're going to watch them in chronological order and call it good. So,
yeah.
So anyways, well, Bill, it was great talking to you, man. It sounds like the show's going to be a lot of fun this coming weekend over at Wild Rose Casino. We'll have the details at the website. It sounds like you got a lot going on. Otherwise, we wish you nothing but the best, man. Thank you for the time.
Thanks, B-sox, and thanks to KGGO for the many decades of support.